And I want to thank Melania for working with her friends in the room to make this so very, very unique and, again, very, very special. This is a house like no other. It's a house that encumbers so many different titles, from beauty to warmth to power, sometimes to coldness, I've heard that. But it's an amazing, incredible place. And to have the White House Historical Association and all of our board members and everybody involved, and to raise all of the money that we've raised tonight, we just want to thank you very much. We just got back from Florida. It's been a rough time for Florida. But the first responders and the Coast Guard and all of the people, FEMA, all of the people that work so hard have done an A-plus job. You know, we had, as you know very well, some of you are from Texas and some of you are from Florida, and you both got hit. Texas, you got hit with the largest amount of water anybody's ever seen, I guess the largest ever recorded. And in Florida, you got hit with the strongest winds ever recorded. It actually hit the Keys with it was a Category 5. I never even knew a Category 5 existed. And they suffered greatly. But in both cases and in other cases, such as Alabama, Louisiana, and plenty of others, Puerto Rico, Virgin Islands was hit brutally, brutally. It got hit dead center with a strong 5, and it's almost not standing, but the people are standing, and some incredible things have happened. But I just want to turn it over to Melania. This is, again, a place that I've grown to love and respect. You go to the Oval Office, and I've had the biggest men. We have some of the biggest business people, men and women. I must say some of the women are bigger than the men, but I won't say it too loudly. I'm actually impressed with some of the women far more than some of the men, but that's okay. But I've had the biggest men and women from business and other fields come into the Oval Office, and they have magnificent offices. They have beautiful offices on the best location, on Fifth Avenue, on Park Avenue, the best locations, most beautiful places you've ever seen. And they walk into that Oval Office, and they think that there's nothing like it, and there really is nothing like it. So even Phil Ruffin and Richard Lefrak, and where's my Howard, and there he is, and you're looking good, Howard. You had a rough bout, and now you're 1,000%, so it's good to have you back with us. But we have so many friends, and again, thank you very much. Thank you for all you do, and I'm going to just turn this over to the star of the Trump family. She's become the big, they love her out there. I'll tell you, we walked all over Florida, we walked all over Texas, and they're loving Melania, and she just enjoys helping out with what she's doing and working with you folks. So thank you all very much. Fantastic honor to be here. Thank you,
Thank you, Mr. President. And thank you all for being here tonight. To Frederick Ryan, Stewart Mullorin, the entire board of directors and dedicated staff of the White House Historical Association, my husband and I are deeply honored to host you here tonight. To our friends and devoted supporters of this incredible organization, we thank you for supporting this worthy cause. Before I go any further, let me take a moment to reflect on the President's and my travel, along with the Vice President, to Florida earlier today. As you know, our country has seen the very worst of Mother Nature with Hurricanes Harvey and Irma. Spending time with the first responders in Texas and Louisiana days ago warmed our hearts to see so many in such a desperate situation, responding with kindness, charity, and resolve. We saw that so many display of the American character today in Florida. We saw first responders, some of whom went from Harvey's aftermath directly to the path of Irma, helping those in need and serving as guardian angels to those left with only prayers and hope. We saw so many who lost so much in these past weeks, a family member, a friend, their first home, or a precious keepsake. But in those very same people, I have seen the true spirit of this nation, an unwavering commitment to overcome, to rebuild, and to renew what was swept away. Together, we all hurt with these victims, and together we vow to lift our neighborhoods from the deepest of despair. I know many of you here tonight have answered the call to help. The victims of these terrible storms told me of their gratitude for the support they are recovering from the nation. On their behalf, I say thank you. So, White House Historical Association, since its founding in 1961 by First Lady Jackie Kennedy, has the chartered mission of telling the stories of this grand home and the families and people who lived and worked here. The artifacts on display earlier this evening are some of the rarest in the White House collection. Those priceless mementos are figures of our history. They give incredible insight the past presidents, first families, and the White House itself. They help tell the story of our nation. They also underscore why your support of the White House Historical Association is so important. Your generosity and your commitment to supporting this great organization keeps these items and the stories behind them alive for future generations of Americans. We can teach our children and grandchildren about Kennedy, Reagan, and Lincoln. But the White House Historical Association does much more than that. You bring their stories to life, and you make the White House accessible to visitors from near and far. As my husband often says, this is the people's house. Each of you, through your time, talents, and treasure, make it so. Our family's appreciation for this home grows each and every day, and we could not be more grateful for your dedication to the White House. May tonight be one of the many opportunities each of us has to enjoy the people's house together, and to paraphrase the words of John Adams, whose famous saying is engraved on the mantel here in the state dining room: may none but honest and wise men ever rule under this roof. As we sit together in this historic setting, I thank you all for being here, and I thank you for your continued support of the White House Historical Association. God bless you, God bless this home, and may God continue to bless the United States.